Your Jip goes by no other name other than Terry DWAYNE Ashford. He's also in the car seat. That car. Terry DWAYNE Ashford, we're coming in this evening at 8:02 p.m. We're about to bring you some weather right now, weather update for the evening and weather updates for tomorrow morning, what to look for when you get up and wake up in the morning. When you open those eyes in the morning, Thursday morning, what to look for. I'm Terry DWAYNE Ashford. We're bringing this to you Wednesday night, Wednesday evening weather from StreetNOW News. Now news with Indacarseat, DatGuY, Terry DWAYNE Ashford. We here at StreetNOW News. Terry DWAYNE Ashford, Jick, your journalist-in-chief broadcasting director, chief executive of TAD Media. We are about ethics. We want to make sure that you have the opportunity, if you have a desire, to check our credits. Go to the description and the narrative of the broadcast, and there you will see the credits for this broadcast. We are about giving credit where credit is due, giving credit to the rightful owners of that credit. We're going to start our evening today, and today is January 27th, Wednesday night weather with Terry DWAYNE Ashford, your Jick, in the car seat, that guy. We're going to start that off by giving you some coronavirus data brought to you through our Yahoo news sources here. First of all, let's give you some information on Washington, D.C. confirmed cases. Confirmed cases total in Washington, D.C. comes to a total right now of 34,905 confirmed cases of coronavirus in Washington, D.C. As of today, at an increase of 293 confirmed cases. Let's look at the national. National-wise, total of confirmed cases is 24,521,383. That's an increase of 162,565 as of today. You're getting your StreetNOW coronavirus news from Terry DWAYNE Ashford, Indacarseat, that guy, your Jick. Now, according to some information we're receiving from our sources here, the U.S. could surpass 500,000 coronavirus deaths within 3 weeks. And, that information comes to us from the director of our Center of Disease Control, who's making some predictions. He's predicting that the 479,000 to 514,000 pandemic death will be reported by February the 2nd. Now, we just wanted to give you that update here on what's happening here as it relates to coronavirus here in Washington, D.C. and also in the nation. Jumping right into the weather for now, for today, and we're going to move on to the weather for the next couple of days. So we here at StreetNOW News, we are all about you, all about bringing it so that you can understand it. Bringing you what you've asked for, what you need, how you want it. I'm Terry DWAYNE Ashford. Yeah, I'm him. I'm your Jick. I'm StreetNOW News. StreetNOW News with Indacarseat, DatGuY, Terry DWAYNE Ashford. I'm so proud of how the new platform is rocking and rolling for us, how it's bringing us some new ambiance and new vibes as it relates to delivering and delivery, the music of news for you. I'm Terry DWAYNE Ashford. I'm him. Yep, I'm him. I'm him. Because you made me. In the car seat, that guy. Terry DWAYNE Ashford. Woo! StreetNOW News. Jumping right back into the weather for today. Again, currently it's 8:07 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here in the Washington, D.C. area in the United States of America. You're with StreetNOW News, Terry DWAYNE Ashford, your journalist-in-chief broadcaster, and also you're in the car. See that guy? Current conditions are cloudy outside, the 37 degrees Fahrenheit. Now the high for today was 43. The low for today was 34 degrees. Right now it's about it's 8:08 p.m. At 9 p.m. we're gonna start to drop to 36 by 12 midnight. We're gonna be at 34 degree our low for today. Tomorrow we're looking at 43 degrees Fahrenheit outside. High 34 as your low. That's tomorrow on Thursday. Let me go ahead and correct that for you right now. We have tomorrow as the high as 36. Correction, high of 36. Low of 26. And that's on Thursday. On Friday, we have a high of 34. A low of 25. Saturday, moving into the weekend, we're looking at a 37 high. Sunday, a 34 high. And the low is going to be in the 20s. Details, feels like it's about 36 degrees outside right now. Humidity right now comes to 94% of the visibility of 1 mile. You can't see very far. UV index right now is 0 of 10 and a very fair air quality, 49. Now tonight, cloudy winds are going to vary between 7 and 11 miles per hour. Overnight, low is going to be 33 degrees Fahrenheit. If you're outside of the United States, need some Celsius, we're looking at 0.6 degrees Celsius. Tomorrow, breezy with a high of 37 degrees Fahrenheit and winds northwest, traveling northwest at 12 to 17 miles per hour. You're getting your news from StreetNOW News. Terry DWAYNE Ashford. Currently, there is no precipitation in the air as the wind flows southeast-wise, 2 miles per hour. The barometer is 29.59 at this particular point. Moon is going to rise at 7 a.m. It's going to fall at 5:24 a.m. Let us make that correction. That's going to be the sun that's going to be rising at 7:19 a.m. and going to be falling and setting at 5:24 a.m. You're getting your news from StreetNOW News. I'm Terry DWAYNE Ashford, and I'm all for you. I'm him because you made me. In the car seat, that guy, Terry DWAYNE Ashford. Woo! StreetNOW News. We're going to do something special today. We're going to give you a little bit more information about the air quality report that we have found very useful to bring to you from StreetNOW News. The purpose of that is so you know what you're breathing in on a daily basis. And not just know what you're breathing in, but when you hear the news from us talking about AQI and the air quality report, you know what we're talking about. And that is what we're going to talk about right now, really briefly, and then we're going to close out for the evening. You're with StreetNOW News. We want to give a shout out to AirNOW, who works around the Environmental Protection Agency, the federal agency that provides us with safety in the air, safety of the environments where our bodies and our physicalities reside here in America and around the world. And so we want to give our thanks to our resource for this information on the air quality from AirNOW and Environmental Protection Agency, where millions of people live in areas where there's pollution that causes health issues, health problems, and local air quality can affect the daily lives. That's the reason why we bring it to you like that, just like the weather. The air pollution can change from day to day, just like in our Environmental Protection Agency, EPA, developed what we are hearing called the Air Quality Index. It's also called the AQI, is what I use. So what I call it when I'm reporting it to you. AQI is the same as Air Quality Index. It's information that's made available about health effects of 5 common air pollutants. And I'm going to give you some information about those pollutants. Now, one of the first things you want to know is what is PM and what is PP. PM is called particle matter or particle materials. And those particle materials are looked at in terms of the size, 2.5 versus 10 versus whatever that number is. I'll give you an example here. Your hair follicle. It looks like it is when we're looking at the size of the hair quality, the hair on your head. We're looking at 10 micrometers in terms of the size and the diameter of your hair. Now, in terms of that's hair, just one strand of your hair. Now we're looking at the particles that's blowing in the air. We're looking at that's 10. That's 10. That's what they would call 10 PM, 10.0. Now, some of the particles that's floating around the air is 2.5. It means it's smaller than the hair, and you're breathing it in. And some of those things can enter into your lungs and enter into your heart, called heart problems and heart failures, and could increase asthma and chronic obstructive pulmonary disease called COPD. Older adults, children, and people who are at risk need to be careful when it comes to those types of things. So we wanted to talk a little bit about that. What we were talking about when we bring you the air quality index. There are some cities around the world that have what's called action days. Action days. I'm going to tell you what they are. Action days are usually called for the city whenever the air pollution or the AQI gets into an unhealthy range. That's air quality index. Again, we've talked about some of the people who are affected by exposure. One of the answers is reducing the exposure by reducing the prolonged and the exertion outdoors whenever the action days are called, especially. And some of the reactions from the exposure is lung diseases such as asthma, people with heart disease and lung disease, older adults, children. Action days is declared when the AQI